Hi everyone, welcome to UI 100. I'm Dr. Teresa Haug-Belvin and I will be your UI 100 instructor this semester. I'm really excited to get to work with you all over the course of the next 16 weeks. And what I'm doing here, sort of just right at the top of class, is to provide you with a video to kind of show you how my class website is organized, and to give you some ideas on how to navigate it. So your success in this course and really any other course that you're taking is dependent on whether or not you know how to access the information you need. And so this is what I'm going to demonstrate to you here today. If this is the first class or one of the first classes you've ever taken at Southeast, you should be aware that your faculty, we all have course websites, most of us have course websites that are in something called Moodle, and that is what this is, okay? This is a word you're going to hear a lot. It's our learning management system, so I wanted to make sure you're familiar with it. There is actually an entire chapter in your textbook for this class on Moodle and how to facilitate it, and so we want to make sure that you know exactly what you're doing whenever you log into Moodle. You do need to be aware that your instructors will set up their courses differently. It's your responsibility to understand how they are set up and where you can find all of the critical information. So as we look at my site, and you should know that I'm sort of limited here by the little box and the program I'm using to film this, so we won't be able to see all the way over to the sides. But what you can see here at the top, I've got a little welcome sign, and you can see there's a link where there's some more information about me. I also have a little Q&A discussion board. If you ever have a general question about the course, please feel free to ask it here. My experience is that sometimes other students are able to chime in quicker than I am and usually know the answer. If you do have a question about something personal, like a grade or just a really very specific question, email that to me. Don't post that on the discussion board, okay? As we move down here, you can see a heading that says Students Begin Course Here. Okay, so this is the video link where you're watching, and I've also provided some advice here from some former students on how to be successful in this class. I would really encourage you to read what they have to say. On the left-hand side, which you can't see all of this, but on the left-hand side, I've got my contact information. So you can see my office hours. You can't see it, like I said, in the box, but you'll be able to see it on the website and all the various ways to reach me. On the right-hand side, I have a resources box. This is where if you have any issues with technology, please contact our IT help desk. I have their contact information there. I also have information on our weekly modules. Please note that every week the weekly module will open up just a few days before Monday for those of you who kind of want to get a jump start on looking at everything. I've also listed the university's academic honesty policy, our statement of non-discrimination, and our accommodations information. If you have a disability and need to register with Disability Services, you can do that at any point in the semester, and I have their contact information listed there. So I'm going to come back over here. I have a heading that says Tools for Success, and I have a link that says the assessment document. This is information on some of the different assignments that you'll be completing over the course of the semester. I would also ask you to take a few minutes to review this forum rubric. The bulk of the work that you'll be completing this semester is embedded in your forum postings. And so you should know that, most of your forum postings are going to be worth 25, 35, sometimes 45 points, I think. So, typing 3 or 4 or 5 sentences isn't enough. You're going to be asked to be, to do some significant writing and some critical thinking and some connecting of different concepts over the course of the semester. If you get a score on a rubric that you don't quite understand, perhaps it's lower than that you think that it should be, before you rattle off an email to me, I would encourage you to maybe take a few minutes to compare your post with what some of your classmates wrote. If you see where a lot of your classmates are providing information that clearly addresses the topic, provides thoughtful, specific responses, then that's probably an A post. Think about whether or not yours measures up. If you still have questions after reviewing your classmates' posts, please do feel free to email me. Let's see, I have this class announcements. Oh, it's up at the top. I'm sorry, I skipped that. Class announcements. Whenever I email you all as a class, it should also show up in the announcement. So for some reason, if you misplace an email, you can always go back to the announcements link and see the list of announcements there. I would ask that you review your course syllabus. And I have that listed, this right here. Make sure that you review that carefully. You will have a quiz over the course syllabus the first week here in class. I've also included some information here on your final project. It's critical that you read that information and watch that video early here in the semester so that you know exactly what's going to be expected of you. We're going to we'll continue to discuss these assignments as we go throughout the semester, but I always post them right here at the top of the web page so that you always know where you can go back and refer to them. So as we get into each week here, what you are going to see is that all of the weekly course information is set up the same way. So whenever you click on a week, okay, you will see that we have an outline and objectives. Make sure that you go out and poke around in that at the beginning of the week. It's going to have the week's objectives, the resources, all the different things you shouldn't forget. So you can click on that here, and that will all look the same way every week. And then you will see that I have under this readings, videos and resources heading, I always have a video posted every week. Sometimes I'll have two. Sometimes I have two, I think. Sometimes it'll say instructor video and assignment video. Sometimes I'll just collapse both of those into one video. And so every video has sort of information on what I'm discussing about that week's events. It is in your best interest really to watch the video and not just rely on the outline that I've provided you. I do provide an outline because I know sometimes it helps people to see the words. I have embedded each video into YouTube, and so you can always use the closed captioning option. That's where you see that CC button. Please do be aware the CC isn't always correct, which is why I've included the outline, but I would encourage you to watch each video each week. Okay. And so this is also under this heading where you will see any other documents, video clips, websites, articles, readings that you need to be doing for a given week. Every week we will also have an assignments heading, and this is where all of the assignment information for that given week will be listed. All of the assignments do have instructions included, and so please do let me know if you have any questions. Assignments are due usually by 11:55 p.m. the Sunday of the week assigned, unless otherwise noted. For example, your midterm exam will be due by a Thursday night. And so just make sure that you really make sure that you understand exactly when everything is due. It is in your best interest to review the assignments at the beginning of every week. I generally do not respond to emails on Sunday nights. So if you wait until the last minute to ask me a question, your question may not get answered. And so I would encourage you to, whether you're ready to complete it or not, at least by Monday, go out and review, make sure you know exactly what you need to do for the given week so that you're not, sort of caught flat-footed by Sunday night. Finally, and you're not going to be able to see this over here, but on the left-hand side, right over here on the left-hand side, there is a link that says grades. And so whenever you click on that grades link, you will be able to see your grades in the class. I do a pretty good job of keeping things updated pretty quickly. It is your responsibility to check your grades. If you notice an error, let me know as soon as possible. You do have 7 days after a grade is posted to talk with me about a concern about a grade. That sort of prevents the I noticed I forgot to do an assignment in week 3 and now it's week 9. Can I go back and do that assignment? And of course the answer to that question is no. But make sure that you're staying on top of your grades, that you know exactly where you are, where you need to be in class. So I think that's kind of pretty much of an overview on how to use the site if you've never taken an online class before, or not familiar with Moodle, or how to take quizzes and upload documents through Moodle. Make sure that you're not waiting until the last minute to figure all of that out. I do really look forward to this semester. I'm looking forward to getting to know you all a little bit better. I think it's going to be a great semester. If you have any issues with this site or with any of the class content, please do let me know, and you can start getting to work on this week's work. So have a great one. Thanks.